What's going on, everyone? So, we got the Dallas Mavericks, who have the number one pick in the NBA draft in Cooper Flag, versus the San Antonio Spurs, who had the number 2 pick in the NBA draft, and draft Dylan Harper. Two guys that are looked at head and shoulders above everyone else in this draft. Two guys that are looked at as the faces of the franchise, and maybe even in the league in the next couple seasons, right? And they did not disappoint. Cooper Flag at 31 points, 31 minutes, right? San Antonio basically controlled and dominated that game for a large majority of that game. Garcia continues to look really good. I'm very impressed with him. He once again was the Spurs' best player and continues to be very consistent in that front. Guy that I at least think that they should bring in on a two-way. But again, the centerpiece was Dylan Harper and Cooper Flag, which we already got to see Cooper Flag in, the Laker game, right? Now you get to see Cooper Flag against the San Antonio Spurs. He was great, 31 points, 31 minutes, like I mentioned. But Dylan Harper, who was coming off of an injury, his debut, and was on a minute restriction. They wanted him to play around 20 minutes. He played around 20 minutes, so all checked off in that regard. But how did Dylan Harper look? And personally, I thought he looked great, right? Obviously, got to get in the swing of things. 3-point shot, still really concerning. I want to see and give him an opportunity to show and display that as we progress in the summer league, but he wasn't really looked at as a 3-point shooter coming out of college. That was kind of like the one glaring thing that was he needs to improve and work on is the defense as well as the 3-point shooting. And both of those were not great. Dylan Harper got into foul trouble. If this was the actual NBA, he probably wouldn't have played very many minutes, just because, or he probably would have played only 20 minutes in that stretch because of the sort of foul trouble he had, right? So he had 5 personal fouls in 20 minutes. So got to clean that up. Got to do a better job of staying in front of guys, defending without fouling. Summer league, he's young. I'm not really worried about it. Just giving a fair assessment. Also, I again want to see the improvement of 3-point shooting. I want him to continue to take it, but he didn't. He was 0 of 4 from 3-point range, so I'm hoping that's something that progresses. But beyond that, you saw him, obviously at Summer League Spurs, he kind of looked like the Spurs told him, hey, play your game, but don't go out there and hurt yourself, right? Because there are a couple times where he just kind of, you could see he wanted to make a move or do something and just kind of all right, let me give it up, right? He could hear the coaches in the back of his mental screaming don't do it, right? Because again, it's summer league. You don't want him to get hurt. He's supposed to be a big part of the regular season. He's coming off injury. It's just, hey, just go out there, get some reps, get some shots up, show a couple flashes of what you can do, and don't overdo it, don't overexert yourself. And I thought you got all that. Right? I thought overall he was good. You saw the craftiness. You saw his ability to create that dribble penetration, get into the basket, kind of use the little floaters and stuff, make some kind of off balance, difficult shot creation. That's what you like to see from him. His ability to just get to the rim and apply that rim pressure. All of those things that you saw in college, I thought you got to see in this game. And I do think you're going to get to continue to see even into the course of the regular season. Because again, his ability to be that offensive engine in a lot of ways is what is going to really drive him, right? That James Harden, Cade Cunningham type that can just be a 3-level scorer, but also be that that creator, create others, which I'd like to see, and maybe that'll happen as he gets more opportunities, more minutes and stuff. I'd like to see a little more playmaking Harper. Right? Obviously, you want him to be aggressive. Obviously, you want him to go out there and just dominate and look like the guy he's supposed to be. But I also want to see, I'd like to see the Spurs hey, if we, you're running the offense off the bench, what does that look like? Right? And him going a little bit more playmaker mode. I thought he was a little more aggressive, trying to score mode, which is great. We know he can do that. But, I'd like each of these games, right? Spurs are 2-0, right? So maybe they end up winning the whole thing. But as far as Dylan Harper specifically, I'd like to see each of these games kind of display a new facet to his game, right? The aggressive scorer, bucket getter, right? You got to see, we know he can do all that stuff. Right? What does he look like? I'd like to see Spurs okay, now this game we want you to be more, look to play make. See you run the pick and roll. Let's see you run some of the basics here. Let's see you, create and collapse the defense. Like, you can still score through. I'm not saying like, go get 15 assists and don't take a single shot. But I'm saying like, he, again, was kind of more scoring guard this game than he was kind of that combo guard where he's looking to make plays. He obviously, he had 2 assists, right? And 2 steals, by the way. But he also had the 2 turnovers, right? I want to see the different variations of his game. Rebounded the ball very well. He had 6 rebounds, 6 to 7 from the free throw line, which I really like to see. Being able to knock down, create that contact, get to the foul line, shoot the free throws. 5 of 12 overall from the floor, and had 16 points, right? So he had 16 points in 20 minutes, 5 of 12 over from the floor. Like I said, 0 of 4 from three-point range, something that he needs to work on. More likely than not, what's going to happen is he's just going to go out there and hoop, right? It's probably what the Spurs are telling him. Again, it's just my personal. I'd like to see, because again, you got to think of the type of roles he's going to play. Yeah, they're going to want him to be aggressive and look to score, but you also have Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle and other guys, and there's going to be times where it's like, hey, we need you to better balance out. We need you to also be able to get Wemby involved in his action, right? Like, if you're just taking all the shots, now Wemby's starting to phase out, right? Like, you got to find that balance. Even SGA. Like, SGA, yes, he's looking to score and go drop 30, but he's also going and getting you 6 assists, right? He's also going out there and getting others involved and being mindful. And you want to take what the defense can give you, which Dylan Harper is very impressive in that regard, right? He's a guy that he's already elite at the ability of applying pressure to opposing defenses, creating that dribble penetration, collapsing defenses, applying that rim pressure. He's already, he's good, right? He is very good in that regard. It's the first game, right? I mean, not like 5 of 12 is terrible, but I'd like to see him kind of pick his spots a little more. But that comes with the youth and inexperience, right? That comes with, he's probably going to have a couple games where it's like, ooh, maybe you shouldn't have taken that shot. Or like, man, you probably like a couple of those shots back, right? Because again, he's trying to figure it out. He's navigating it. I think, personally, I would give him, for this game, if I had to, give him a grade for this game, give him, a B+. I think he was very good. I think you saw all the things that you wanted to see. But clearly a couple things that he needs to work on. Again, the 3-point shooting, defending without fouling, right? Like, taking care of the basketball and being a little more selective, right? Like, these are all things that he's going to learn over the course of his career. I'm not worried about it. It's not something where I'm like, I don't know about Dylan. No, the guy is ridiculous, right? I want to be clear about that. The guy is amazing. But if we're going to give fair, analysis here on his game, there was definitely some things that I'd like to see a little more on, a few things that I'd like to see him kind of continue to improve on, a couple things that were good, a couple things that were bad, but you're going to get that in every variation of the game possible. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.